You want to take a peek inside National Geographic's photographic vault? Well, guess what? We have the most significant moments of the 21st century depicted in one stunning photographic collection. The best photographs from the first 21 years of the 21st century take center stage in this captivating volume of National Geographic's world famous imagery. And here to talk about it is Editor-in-Chief Susan Goldberg. Good morning, Susan. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it's always fun having you on here. We had you on here with the women in America the Beautiful, and now the 21st century. So it's always fun to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So what makes a photograph iconic?
You know, there's so many different ways a photo can be iconic. Sometimes a photo is iconic just because it captures such an important moment. I mean, you look at those pictures of September 11th, 2001, and those are iconic photos. This is a picture taken by our longtime photographic contributor Lynn Johnson, and you don't see the Twin Towers, but you look at these first responders and you know exactly the moment that is happening in front of you. So that's one way a photo is iconic. But a photo can be iconic just because it's so beautiful or because it just makes you stop and think. There's a picture in our book by Paul Nicklin, one of our Arctic photographers, and he's up in the Arctic, and there's this curious polar bear looking at him through the window of his cabin. And this is a polar bear that had kind of been following him around. It ate Paul's hat. It ate the seat of his snowmobile. And you know, it kind of looks like, should I eat you too? But you know, Paul takes this picture, stays very calm, and I think it just becomes one of those photos where you just want to know more, right? And it's such a technically beautiful photo, but it also makes you stop and think.
So Susan, how do you manage to sift through all the options and choose the one perfect image?
You know, this is our daily problem at National Geographic because we have thousands and thousands of images coming into us every day, you know, both for our books, our magazines, our podcasts, our video, our audio, everything. We've got photos with everything because even on our audio you can then get into our visuals. But you know, every day we're looking for those pictures that really people can relate to, that make them think, that arrest them, that have a message. I mean, photo is really an unblinking gaze at what's going on in all of our lives. And so we're looking at those pictures that can tell a story.
Now, how do you manage your job with so many images available these days, especially with cell phones and now drones?
Well, you know, we're really lucky, I think, these days to have so many photographic tools at our disposal. You know, we used to send photographers out into the field, and they were, you know, so noticeable to everybody. They had, you know, cameras with really big lenses, and they drew a lot of attention to themselves. Well, you know, as a photographer, you don't always want to draw attention to yourself, especially if you're in the middle of a crowd somewhere or in the middle of a demonstration. And so our photographers use their phones to take pictures as well, and they use drones and they use video. So we're using all the different means, and I think if you talk to our photographers, what they really want to do is kind of blend in so they can capture the most authentic, truest image.
Now, how would you classify 2021 in terms of images?
Well, you know, we're not going to forget 2021, just like we're not going to forget 2020. This has been a year marked by, you know, a lot of issues: conflict, COVID, conservation, and climate. Those have been four really big stories this year, and we've got a special issue of National Geographic magazine coming out in January that looks just at 2021.
Wow. Susan Goldberg, National Geographic Editor-in-Chief, thank you so much for joining us on Morning Blend. It's always a pleasure having you on the air, and you're right, photos do tell a story.
Thank you so much. Appreciate being here.
Thank you.